2 spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
First carry for Kenneth Gainwell.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. It's a play fake. Here's Willis.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
And he's got room. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So a pick 6 on the first play of the drive. And, Charles, we have our first points of the game, making it 6-0.
And while it's only 6 points in the first quarter, it certainly takes a lot of pressure off of them, doesn't it? They're in the lead. They have control. Now they just want to settle in and play their game and defend that advantage.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And some room to roam now. A big play there out of Cook. 56 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Cook again.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Willis. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Oh, he shifts past him. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
71 yards for him on the ground so far. A great start to this divisional round contest.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Now this time, Willis throwing it.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Here's Chandler on 2nd down.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Ty Chandler.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings have taken the lead. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that makes the score 14-7.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is Prescott. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 24, Prescott.
Throw out wide to Walker. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with it or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he is going to lose yardage here. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown.
Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And this will be a Vikings first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. Back to Nwangu again on first down.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll look to Willis to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Give left side here for Nwangu. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 20. 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kene Nwangu, 49 yards, as his guys have now moved out in front. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at the 23. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return.
And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Willis will look to throw it. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far.
Now a handoff to Chandler. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. Sam Williams bringing him down that time.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
From the 45 on second down, Willis eluding the pressure right. Caught inside the 20.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook,
an 8-yard touchdown run.
and the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Joseph connects on the extra point,
and the lead now up to 14.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. Prescott to throw it.
Going right back to Fant. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Off the play fake, Prescott.
This is the tight end Fant.
Room here to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. On play action, Prescott.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And they're within 7 now at 28-21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Now Willis on 1st and 10.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Last play of the half. Here's Willis.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Last play of the half, Willis. Going for Jefferson downfield.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
On second down, here's Nwangu.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
84 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Yeah, boy, now you see him, now you don't. Excellent move, nice run, winds up getting about 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Now Willis on 1st and 10.
Steps away to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here's Willis.
Caught right side, Davis. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23.
First and 10, Willis.
Escaping the pressure right.
Drops this off with Nwangu.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Now Chandler.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Ty Chandler.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the lead now up to 14.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
They run again with Walker. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action now. Prescott. They'll roll him out right. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing, Prescott.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Second and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And his throw is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Prescott from the gun. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Meanwhile, Willis' throw going to be caught by Davis.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
102 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Second down, here's Willis. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
They run again on 1st down. Cook.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Eight yards to go on second down. Now they'll look to Willis to pass it here.
He'll get this one complete to Davis.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
The kick by Joseph is good.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Prescott off play action. Steps away. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise him with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a 1st down. Gotta love that efficiency.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 41, Prescott rolling to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Prescott.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
To throw, here's Willis. And, oh, that would get a wide up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. To me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be 4th down. So he rolls out of the pocket left, just ends up finding a safety valve, but no gain there.
No gain, but it looked like they were well coached on the play because he still went through his progressions, and the receivers know that when the quarterback exits the pocket, they have to find routes to run now to get into his sight lines and try and help him out. End up throwing it short to the running back. Give the defense credit for not giving up any yardage.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott flushed out right. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Here's Prescott.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott going to throw deep for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. 26 yards.
And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Prescott.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Yeah, that's true. You've said that before. They'll start out here with a jet sweep.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Joseph's got it, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They knew this would be tough on the road, divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this 4th quarter.
Pressure coming, coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception.
Picked off by Byron Murphy. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win.